When is control healthy or toxic to someone? And should you be controlled in life? We're all under control, okay? We're under control of God and sometimes those around us, which is jobs. You have a boss, marriage, you have a husband, a boyfriend, if you're engaged or just in a relationship. Family, you have a mom, dad, pop, granny, etc. Okay. Um, the topics is healthy or toxic. Okay. When is control okay? When is it not okay? First, we're going to start with when control is okay. Control is okay when it's a challenge, but one you can learn and grow from. Okay. When it's not a one-way street and you matter, your opinions matter. Okay. Submissive to your wife or husband, but it's positive. It's not negative. You learn to work together. You find a common ground. It's not his way or her way or no way at all. It's not a, you know, well, let's go on. Is that a person? People can lead, and also a leader can be also or don't mind being a follower when necessary. Okay. Um, Control is okay when you have a sense of security about where you are or who you with, um, in a relationship or in a job. You know, you're having to follow behind your husband and you're doing different things. And, you know, he's a guy that lets you know that you are secure in a relationship and he does things to make you feel as if, you know, he's the security and you don't have to worry about things. Or let's say a job where, you know, you got a boss to where he don't just tell you go do this, go do that, go do this. He jumps in and helps you and provides you with a sense of security to let you know, hey, I'm here with you. You're not having to do this by yourself. Okay. um it's okay to let someone else take over and that person or you step down from having to feel like you have to have all the responsibility. I mean, as a woman, you know, that's a good thing. I mean, especially if that woman has had to be independent most of her life, or um, you know, she would prefer a man that could come in and step in and say, hey, let me take over this. You don't have to do all of that anymore. Let me step in and provide and do what it is that you have been doing, and you don't have to feel the way that you feel or do the things that you've been doing. um, it doesn't lead to egalities. Okay. It doesn't lead to you feeling like you performing illegal acts for someone else, or they're making you feel as if what they're doing to you is shouldn't be done. um, the approach to a situation, how is it said, what is said. um, for example, if your husband say to you or your boyfriend or what have you, the top that you're wearing makes me uncomfortable. Is it possible to put something different on as my wife or my girlfriend? You know, it's revealing some things. You know, when y'all going out, y'all gonna be around these people and partying, and you know somebody might get the wrong thing, and you mine, you my woman, you know, you're my wife, and I don't want to be here at home or in a position where I'm feeling insecure or some kind of way. And is it possible that you can, you know, put on like a different top or something in that nature? But in other words, some men or some relationships, they have it to where, hey, their wife can wear anything, or their husband can wear anything because they know that their relationship is solid. You know, there's no control factors. We work together. We know our relationship is solid. I ain't stepping out. You ain't stepping out. We good. Okay. Or maybe the wife or girlfriend, you know, some guys, they like to wear joggers, you know, some stuff is revealing. And some women or girls may not prefer that their man wear that type of stuff out into the public. But if it's a relationship to where, hey, you know, we on the same page, If it's something that you desiring or something that go on, I trust my man, then they may not mind having it. But it's a sense of control to where it's okay, and then there's a sense of control to where it's not okay. Um, it can be suggested with control, or it can be submissive with force. So, I mean, you have to know the difference. Control in the bedroom. Some people like for their man or their woman to take control in the bedroom. That's between the relationship. That's something that they agree upon. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that that man or that woman would have a different discussion, or let that partner of theirs know that, hey, this I don't agree with this. Is just too much. Okay. Control at work. Let's say, for example, a doctor wants certain things laid out before he or she gets there. There's a purpose for that, and it's not a you it's I guess it's a certain way that people have to look at things in order to see it from the perspective of the other person, and not so much as it being, I guess, in certain situations demanding. Say for instance, if a doctor wants certain tools and stuff laid out for a surgery or procedure, they know what they want, they know what they need. Okay. So um, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is one that that person, if you're going to work with that person or be around that person, that you have to learn and adapt to that change. Okay. Submissive, not just to self needs or wants, but others. And that person is also open minded to ideas other than from their own. Anyone and everyone is under some form of control. Again, um, it just depends on what you accept, okay, as a person. You don't have to be belittled or intimidated or things of that nature in order to feel wanted or accepted by other people. Um, you should also have a brain or mentality to think for yourself and be still positive, yet uh, receptive to the things that that person or people are saying to you. Okay, so it's important that you also as well um, have your own mentality or thinking habits in relation to things, and still adapt to the environment that is around you. When control is not okay, um, it leads to wrongdoing, goes against God, causes you to feel like you're in danger or unvalued. When you're in regret or made to feel guilty for things that you shouldn't feel guilty for or about, probably not even aware of. Abusive relationships, gaslighting, bullying, manipulative behavior from your partner, friends, abuse with vulgar disrespect, and also physical abuse. Nothing seems to help. The person doing, let's say, for instance, person doing drugs, but they're abusive. Okay. Um, their intentions is not bad or evil, is another thing of when control is not okay. When it consists of threats, persistent negative attitudes, negative possession, controlling behavior traits, you can't wear this, you can't go out and do this, tell your family to stop calling. If I can't have you, no one can. Um, they're perfect, you're flawed. They remind you of all your, incapabilities, but they don't have any. There's an excuse for the things that they do have in relation to their incapabilities, or what may be wrong with them, or things that they may have done that was, let's say, disrespectful or wrong in the way that they perform those things. Um, Someone who has never done anything for you, don't know you, didn't help you get to where you are, but wishes to control you, your thoughts, feelings, actions, especially if they are not doing like you or better. Um, that's not okay. That's not a control thing that you would prefer to. Mm-mm. Mind games that make you feel unworthy, tarnished, emotionally unstable, humiliated, intimidated, powerless, degrading, and oppressed. Okay. Things must go their way at your expense, not theirs, but yours. Scapegoating their behavior. They only want to publicize yours or make you what you doing stand out, but nothing that they do is there's no problem with it. Symbolic aggression, threats. If you don't do this to you or others, there's threats. So stalking behavior, they get delusional or start accusing you of things that you're not doing. False accusations due to insecurity, jealousy, coercive control, gaslighting, etc. The list goes on. I mean, for example, if like a female or male is telling you to leave a long-standing relationship, but they single, you don't know what they doing. They could be, wanting the relationship that you have or wanting the person that you have. So you don't know if they going behind your back hollering at her or him, trying to get to them and wanting you to leave them. So you can't go off of everything somebody else says or everything someone else tells you to do. You have to have your own mindset and try to figure out and resolve things or um, do things in a way that's and positive and open-minded, and um, that you have just really tried to work on and work out. Okay. Another example is someone telling you to leave your job, but they don't pay your bills. Um, Probably ain't gonna offer no assistance, car ride, a bowl of cereal, a milk, I don't know, a bag of Fruit Loops. I mean, somebody could tell you to leave your job, but here it is, you still have bills. Here it is, you still have responsibility. Here it is, you may or may not have kids. You understand what I'm saying? So if you leave your job, they still got theirs. And then behind closed doors, they probably calling you a fool. So it's up to you to take the road of, okay, if that person comes to you and say, hey, I think you should leave that job, girl. Go and find you something else, put in some applications, turn your resumes over, and bam, if somebody call you and you get that position, then you'll quit. But if somebody telling you, girl, quit, leave them folks, don't let them shit at that, and they're not really giving you the information that you know that is kind of like in perspective positive, you can take some from what they're saying, but you don't have to take everything. And you don't have to do it. You can just take the opinion of someone else to kind of give you kind of like that confirmation that some people may look for in order to make the move or the decision that they kind of been hesitant on doing. Okay. And not necessarily to say go do that, but to give you a thought perception on what actions or moves that you should make. Everything is not a positive, and some control is not positive control. If you have people that are in leadership but only their opinion matters, it's something wrong with that. Just because so and so doing it doesn't mean that you have to. No meeting or gathering will ever be successful if only one person is allowed to speak and what they say goes. It takes a team. It takes being open minded, it takes companionship, delegation, acceptance, receptivity, adaptability, determination, communication skills, and the list goes on. You have to be able to work in relation to other people in a positive, like mind manner. And everybody's not going to agree. I've never heard a question asked on the radio station for people's opinion and everybody came out with the same answer. You'll never see it. So there's a certain type of control that's a positive control, and there's a certain type of control that's a negative control. And if that control is not a positive one, then you learn from the negative. But that don't mean you have to go in the direction of it. You stay positive towards yourself. People will, some of them, some people, and if you allow it, will put you in a position to where you feel like you're nothing. And you have to be the one to have the mindset of, okay, wait a minute, what just happened? Because if someone can put you in a situation to where you feel as if though you're not worth anything, or the work that you're doing is not enough, when in actuality it is, then you have, sometimes you need to take a step back from things and learn to um, think for yourself and not just based upon what everyone else is telling you. You have to be your own self. Okay. When you came into this world, your friends, your relatives, and everybody else, some of them may have been in the room, but the others you didn't even know. You grew up with your name. You grew up with one set of fingerprints. You didn't grow up with everybody else's. So when someone is telling me or saying to you or anybody else that they can't control you, well, the question should be, what are you trying to control that person for? Is it a positive or is it a negative? Because if you're trying to put a person in a relationship to where they feel intimidated, scared of you, in fear of you, confused by you, why would they go there? It's just like a woman going to a person who is abusive. And she know they're abusive, but we're going to try it out. And then when he started knocking her upside her head and she's ready to leave, but now he won't let her leave. So now she's trapped in a situation to where she could have avoided it. Okay. So think about the things that you do in life and who we're all under control of somebody or something, but it doesn't have to be a negative. It can be a positive. And I hope that this message helps someone or people. And if you're in an abusive relationship, don't wait till things get worse and worse and worse. And you're trying, um, unless it's something that seriously means value to you. Don't don't do that to yourself. Unless you have no choice, don't do it to yourself. Try your best to stay focused, have a positive mindset, and pray. Y'all have a blessed one.